Hello, you bum-kindled ones, Jim Sterling here, and if you don't want Dark Souls 3 spoilers, go away now. Seriously, fuck off. Okay, you've had fair warning, because the spoilers start literally now. So, go. Right, the rest of you, hello and welcome. This is Dark Souls 3, the deep cuts this time. We're not going too deep, not like late game stuff, but this is some footage that I've been recording. I recorded this stuff weeks and weeks ago. It feels like 1,000 years ago now, back when I was reviewing it on PC, and yeah, just recording bits of interest. So this is Vault of the Boreal Valley. This is basically the first true boss of the game, after you do the tutorial boss. He is an icy fella. You can see all the snow coming off him, basically. He's a boss that snows. It's very pretty. Anything to do with the Boreal Valley is very pretty. Boreal Valley is host to one of my favourite areas in the entire Souls series, actually. I don't have footage of it here. I think I may have some PS4 footage of it. I'm going to do a PS4 video as well. Because as I've said, I said yesterday in some other video, I can't remember which one, it's something of a kind of Dark Souls-ish week here on the channel. It shouldn't surprise anyone. I'm a ridiculous Souls fan and bang on about it at any given moment. I've just been frostbitten. So this was my first time fighting the boss. I tend to perform awfully when I face any boss for the first time, because I let myself panic, and I don't spend enough time actually looking at what the bosses are doing. So this is me in full-on panic mode. So that's good. I didn't think to record me actually beating him, which would have been a lot more impressive to show you than this one. Spoiler warning, in case you can't tell. I fucking die. There we are. I'm dead. But that's fine, we're going to skip right ahead somewhere else now. This, my friends, is the Crucifixion Woods, and it should be immediately apparent why I got this footage. Crab. Giant, fuck-off, hairy crab. I cannot begin to describe the sheer level of fucking excitement that I had when I saw this area. When I saw crabs, I realised that this game was indeed, an easy contender for the Game of the Year nominations and all that stuff. It was possibly one of the greatest action RPG moments of my life, because it got crabs. It's the same way I felt when I played Viva Pinata 2, and they had crabs in it, and I got very excited. Crustaceans of most natures, I'm a big fan of. If there was a lobster in this game joining the crabs at this moment, if I was fighting this crab and it mutated into a giant lobster, Game of the Year, no question. No question. At the level I'm at here, pretty tricky to fight. Clearly, as you can tell, they are beefy bastards, and they hit indescribably hard. Nowadays, with the hours I've got in there, I can walk in here and kick their asses. But yeah, I was very, very disappointed because it buried and ran away. So I kind of collapsed. I thought this would make a great ending to the video, collapse here, and that would be the end. And then this little fuck joins in. So we smack him up. And then we go, you know your place. Stay down. So that was fun. That's called acting with the video game. I'm a big fan of acting with the video game. This was just after a boss fight that I won't talk about, and I'm just waving to everyone. Hello. It's because I knew I'd be keeping this footage, whatever happened. Sometimes I just commit to, I'm gonna have this footage. But I wanted to show off this character because I liked the uniform I put together. That's mostly Dark Wraith armor, but with the Exile helmet, Exile mask, rather. And skeletons! It wouldn't be a Dark Souls game without some lovely skeletons. And, again, if you know me, then you'll know I'm also a big fan of skeletons as well as crabs. So there's the skeleton pulling itself back together, of course. And then there's this bastard. This area is, it's somewhat, it's got its tricky moments. But it is it is interesting, and there we are. Off they go. You may have actually seen a little gif of this area where the player character punches that thing off the side of the bridge, and then the skeleton does that, the whirly dive, and knocks them off. It's a top-notch gif. High ribaldry. Big fan of it. Big fan of it. So yeah, here's your kind of token undeady area. You know, your catacombs with your skeletons and your other bony enemies. I was trying to come up with something clever to call them, but I failed and then panicked. So yeah, took a cheeky arrow there. I actually wasn't expecting the skeleton to come back round, but it does. Skeleton archers in this area are they're little bastards, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Little bastards. I've been going through the game again on the PS4 with a very different playstyle to this, and you'll get to see that at some point. So I am playing this on PS4 now. This is the PC version that I reviewed it on, but I am going through it again on PS4, and very different playstyle. You'll see that tomorrow. Become very fond of the scythe, which I've never really given a go before. Normally, let's see, I normally go with maces, clubs, that sort of thing. I wanted to start off with a spear, because I hadn't done spears since Demon Souls. And, let's see, I got to a certain boss that was just, it needed so much crowd control, and the spear was doing me no good. Obviously, I had quite a bit of dex on me because I was using a spear for the nostalgia of it, and fuck it, scythes are cool, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I did, so I've kind of started mainlining that as a weapon, and you'll see that when we put the PS4 footage up. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm always trying to balance talking about the actual footage on the screen and just chatting shit. It's obviously easier to talk about the footage on the screen when you're live playing it rather than what we're doing here, which is pre-recorded footage. Pre-recorded footage makes one feel more casual when talking, so you end up talking just a load of bollocks more than actually looking at the game. But, you know, I'm not doing fantastically here, if I'm honest, but, you know, trying to hold me own. It was actually, it's taken some adjustment going from the light armor build I have in the PS4 to this was more heavy armor, because I started with the knight because of that bug that I thought they'd fucking fixed. I was sure they'd fixed it on PC, where it would crash at bonfires if you played any class other than the knight. So I was playing as a knight here, because by the time I'd heard they'd fixed it, it was too late. I put so many hours into it, I just stuck with the knight, so I went heavy armor and a big old sword and all that stuff. And I started with the herald on PS4, which by this point, as late as I am in the game, I've kind of moved sort of heavy faith on it, to the point where I might as well have just started with the fucking cleric. But there you go. Yeah, really, really not doing fantastically here, but I'd already started this bit of footage by waving at the audience, so it's like I had to use this no matter what, because what am I going to do, wave again? No. I'm not going to start every fucking video I do with my character waving at the camera. That'd be incredibly silly. Oh yeah, this is a brilliant bit. I remember why I used this now. I remember why I kept the video as long as I did on this. Saw one of those twinkly lizards, got excited, and whee! And there we go. The important thing to note, though, is that I got the twinkly knight, so that's all that matters. And here is Dark Souls 3's version of Blighttown. That's fun. And yeah, at the time of playing, the frame rate was not great, not brilliant, and yeah, it kind of had all of the Blighttown hallmarks, really. Poison up the wazoo, big horrible gloopy swamps, annoying enemies. You'll see how this video ends, you'll see what I mean. and frame rate taking a shit. The thing's been patched a couple times, but obviously there's reports of bugs and stuff on PC, so tread carefully, because clearly more fixes are going to be needed. Now, yep, extinguisher 3 flames. There's actually a flame right there, but I didn't know what a flame looked like at that point, so I had to backtrack and get to there after I'd done the other 2. And by that time I'd forgotten about that first one and wandered around the swamp for quite some time getting poisoned a lot. But there you go. As you can see, the game is, you know, it's kind of struggling to maintain a good stable run at this point. But there you go. Otherwise, it is a fairly well-designed area. It's nowhere near as aggravating as Blighttown. I mean, first of all, you know, it's on the ground. There's no really tight walkways and things to fall off of. But there is a lot of poison. Heck of a lot of poison. It's why I've actually got the clothes on that I've got now, the armour, because Dark Souls 3 is a little closer to Bloodborne with regards to that, with, you know, resistances and things more important than straight physical resistance. But anyway, this video is almost over because this thing's the worst. They do this, like, horrible jump. They basically Mario stomp you. Bash! Like that, and that's that. End of game. And shit, that really, it's only 11 minutes long. Fuck, it's over. Alright, bye.